What's this? I don't remember finding pests like you here. Why are you even here in my place? Usually, the little bear adventurer along with his sly little mimic is the one beside me here on this rainy night. So who are you people? Still confused? That's strange. What, you can't see me? I'm just right in front of the screen. You just need to look deep. Well, it seems you can't find me, huh? Well, that's because I'm different from the little bear cub that you are familiar with. Well then, I am sure the little bear showed a silhouette of what I look like. And don't worry, I can see the chat real well. It's funny how you guys are introducing yourself, but you guys don't know who I am. Well, allow me to show myself, because I'm sure you're all rather curious. I mean, you guys may be wondering, what's my relationship with the little cub? I mean, he did mention companion, didn't he? So we'll go with that. Of course, I'd rather not give every details to that bear. It is for both our safety and for you guys, or rather, I call pest, who are too curious on who I am. And yes, it was I who hosted this. Because, of course, the little cub wanted me to introduce myself for personal and fun reasons. Well, I won't waste time. The mimic? You think I'm the mimic? That little mimic is far too different than you all think he is. What? You do not know that? The little bear cub has been clinging to his so-called cute little pet mimic, not knowing that there's something that lies beyond those eyes that no one can see. You guys think that I do not know it? Think carefully. The little bear cub could have chosen any kind of companion, may it be a cat or a dog or a dragon. But, out of all of them, why a mimic? Well, enough about this, how do you call this, lore? I will introduce myself here and now. I am Alpha. You guys still can't see me? Probably you guys needed to blink 3 times. So repeat. 1, 2, 3. Now that wasn't that hard, was it? Now you guys can see me. Well, I don't have to beat around the bush. Of course, we're gonna be talking about things from here on out. And I'm sure a lot of you are very curious of who I am. Very, very curious. Do I have a tail? Do you see a big tail on the back of me? If you don't see my tail, then you should see anything at all. That's part of my trick. Well, let's not waste time because even I have other things to do other than to meddle with that little cub of death. Well then, it's time for me to introduce. We won't have to waste time now, do we? Let's see, I got help from that little cub because technology isn't my thing after all. So, I'm sure you guys know what my name is. So let me reintroduce myself. I am Alpha. Alpha Q. Now, what's with my name? If you guys don't know the lore behind my name, then go fuck yourself. Now, what's my birthday? 3 days after Valentine's. I don't need to mention the whole date now, do I? Because you all know what Valentine's is, don't you? I'm sure you guys are very familiar with reading. My age? Well, that's classified. And you guys will know why. My height? Well, I'm really huge. As the little cub said, I'm 7 foot tall. Or in other measurements, as you humans call it, a centimeter of 213. Now, the little bear cub did say that they're beastkin. Well, I am a yokai, specifically a kitsune. You guys may be wondering why with the fox ears and all. Yes, some beastkins and yokai do have animalistic abilities or animalistic features. However, it's very different from us yokais with the beastkins, especially with supernatural abilities. Don't you think? And thus, I'm sure you are all familiar with the folklore in Japan, as you guys call that country in your world. So I don't have to mention why my age is classified, because for us kitsunes, we are years older than human years. Now what's my main job? Of course, I'm also an adventurer. Why do you think I'm a companion of this little bear cub that you guys are familiar with? But of course, compared to the tank adventurer, I'm an assassin. And I'll explain to you guys why. And I'm sure some of you are wondering, so you're a yokai, but you're a kitsune, not a beastkin. So what makes it different from beast queen? Or rather beastkin? Well, We yokais have our own strength and speed, far different from the typical beastkins. Yes, you can just imagine how strong we are. Yes, we are on par with beastkins, but as I mentioned earlier, we have supernatural abilities. If the little bear cub is blessed by the spirit of Gaia, mine have abilities familiarized with spirits. Now, what do you use most of the time? Well, as assassins, we use knives, anything to make sure that our target never sees the light of day. But as someone who mostly goes more on a serious note, I use my fists most of the time. Why my fists and not knives? It's because, do you imagine being able to determine if your hit was enough to kill a person? Or rather, how to finish a task easy? And I did mention that even if it's very different from how humans punch each other. Me punching someone is far different as someone who has immense strength as a kitsune. And I'm sure some of you are wondering, those 4 unusual abilities. We kitsunes have the common abilities that we all share, regardless of whichever time and space. We have the ability to shapeshift. Yes, we can shapeshift to any creature that we are familiar with. And as an assassin, this is a very useful ability of mine, and thus I chose the class of assassin. Of course, as an assassin, having to deal with so many high reward quests, I have to use all my utensils, right? All my abilities to be able to finish tasks easy. Now, other things that I can do? I can do illusions. Illusions, you say? As I said, unlike beastkins, we yokai, specifically on the kitsune side, have abilities that can trick humans. But it's not only humans we can trick, we can also trick our own kind, trick also other different living creatures, to our bidding of course. Why? I can create illusions wherein you are in a very beautiful harem of your choice. But of course, temptation leads to weakness. And of course, some of you are very, very curious and kinky, might I say, for some of you. Yes, we do have the ability to do hypnosis. Yeah, hypnotizing targets is an easy way to make sure that our quests are done for. Very useful also for assassins like us to be able to finish tasks easy. Hard assassin? No. I'm not an assassin for hire. There are some people who think assassin classes are like they are only hired when needed. No, that's not how it works here. Because if you think about it, if we assassins are hired and there would be unexpected turnabouts, the problem will befall on us assassins. So, I'd rather do legal quests for assassins. You might be asking, black market quests? I'll let you think on your own imagination on that. Because I'm sure you humans already know that the world isn't as nice as it is. Same goes with our world. Not every time and space are peaceful. There will always be conflict. And I'd rather not deal with conflicts relating to my class. And thus, I'd rather being called a hired assassin. I will pass on that. It's a hit or miss, and I hate gambling. And I'm sure you guys would understand that, do you? Would you want to take on a quest wherein it was assigned to you without safety precautions? Or you want to look for a quest all by your own and you can see all the details that you need? Now, where were we? Oh yeah. So I'm sure you guys would understand, moving back to hypnosis, I'm sure some of you are curious what I can do with it. Well, you just have to use your imagination. You might not know this, I usually use hypnosis on the little bear cub. Being able to resist it is a very unique skill, that's for sure. But it's very funny. Yeah. There was a time that he let his guard down. It was really funny. But enough about that. That'll be a story for another time. Why hypnosis? As I mentioned, as someone who takes on assassin quests, it's also very useful to learn from your target properly. For example, in an organization wherein our target is one of the head of the mafia clan. Of course, gathering information from their underlings is very, very tedious. To some, they have to butcher up, become friends with them. I'd rather not do those mingling. With the ability of hypnosis, I can just get information without doing any severe damage. And I can erase every memory of them interacting with me. Remember, us assassins have to be very stealthy. Now, we also have magic. Yeah, such as spirit possessions and foxfire. Erasing memory. I don't think erasing memory would be the right term. Because at the end, it depends on how strong the person gets hypnotized for a memory to be erased. Now moving back to magic. The very typical magic that us kitsunests use, like foxfire. And of course, spirit possession. Yeah. The modern spirit possession. Possessing someone's body. Being able to do whatever I want. Isn't that nice? Imagine being able to possess the target's own body, to be able to gain information and of course, do their bidding to their end. And lastly, I'm sure you already seen my ability. The ability to be invisible. We are yokais who have the ability to do many things. Supernatural. You guys might be wondering, how was I able to meet the little bear adventurer and his little mimic? Well, you guys will have to find out another time. But for now, I don't have to waste further of my time here. Now that you know who I am and all my details, and I'm sure that little bear cub companion of mine will assist in adding this new information to every one of you. And of course, we'll just have to see how things will go from here. So, I were you guys, I'd rather that you guys don't go close to me at all. It's better this way. Why? Well, as someone who takes an assassin class, we wouldn't want that the next target of mine would be you guys now, wouldn't it? Besides, my eyes are on that little bear cub and whatever he's doing. But I will have to remind you guys, the mimic is no ordinary mimic, so you'll just have to see in the future what will be of that mimic. Why, you ask? Do you not know this? How come this mimic, from every artwork that you have seen, and every time he clings on to the little bear cub, it's very unusual now, wouldn't it? Like, how are they able to blink at the same time? How is it that the mimic was able to listen to whatever the little bear cub says? Well, you'll just have to find out for yourselves now. I'd rather not spoil anything or spoil any fun from you all. Well, looks like my time is up. I'd rather not stay here too long. It's already tiring that I'm talking to strangers like you who have no close relationship on the little bear cub. Where's Grizz? Hello, my eyes are right here. Grizz is just somewhere, just taking a night stroll. Rainy as it is, but he's a grizzly bear, of course. You don't know, well, you'll just have to find out in the future. But of course, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I might not come back, but we'll just have to see now, wouldn't we, Momo? Hmm? Well, I have overstayed my welcome. Now for the strangers like you guys here, get out.